Hello, my good friends and families. How are you all doing? I hope you all doing good. It's your girl Estelle, and I'm back again this week with a new video and a new recipe to share with you guys. This week we are sailing to East Africa. Yay! So today's recipe, I hope I'm pronouncing it well, is how to make beef pilau. And as always, the recipe is simple and very easy to follow. And as always, I'm pretty sure if you watch the video till the end, you would love this recipe and you may want to give it a try. So my friends, without further ado, let me show you how to make it. So friends and families, I'm going to start by preparing my pilau spices. So my first ingredient would be cardamom powder, and I'm using about 2 tablespoons. Next, I will be using about 1 tablespoon of cloves, 2 tablespoons of coriander seed, 1 tablespoon of black peppercorn, 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds, 4 star aniseed, and finally I will be adding 3 cinnamon sticks. And what we are going to do here is to basically add all the spices into the cooking pan, then follow by giving it a gentle toast. And I'm going to toast this between 1 to 3 minutes. But guys, at this stage you really have to be careful not to burn your spices. What we are trying to achieve here is to get all the spices nicely toasted. And here you go, just like this. So I'm going to transfer all the spices into the blender, and I will be leaving 1 cinnamon stick out, which I will be saving it for later use. So guys, so once I finish adding all the spices into the blender, I will then close it and give it a good blend into a fine powder. There you have it guys, our pilau spices is ready. Trust me guys, the combination of all these spices is smelling divine. And now, as you guys can see, it's been well blended into powder, and it's time to set it aside for later use. Okay, friends and families, it's now time to start making our pilau. And as you know, it's beef pilau that I'm making today. So I am going to start by adding some oil to my pan, then follow up by adding my beef meat. Once I finish adding the beef meat, to give a bit of taste to the meat, I'm going to add a bit of salt. And then to that, I will be adding 1 tablespoon of my pilau spices. Then I will give it a stir. And after stirring it, I'll basically let it cook until it's almost cooked. And once it's almost cooked, just like this, I will remove it and set it aside for later. So guys, the next part of making my pilau, I'm going to add some red and white onions, which I've previously cleaned and chopped, and I will add that into the oil that I've used to fry the meat, and I'll give it a stir until it starts to caramelize. And at that point, I'll be adding my cinnamon stick that I removed earlier on, and some bay leaves. Then I will give it a stir until the onions begin to really turn brown. And at that point, I will add my ginger and garlic paste. And guys, this is the part where you can add things like sugar, for example, brown sugar, and more seasoning if you want. But in this part, I'm only going to add my pilau spice. And I will be adding 1.5 tablespoons of my spices. And I'll stir it. And after stirring it, it's time to now add my rice. Then after adding the rice, I will continue stirring it and until the rice begin to caramelize with all the spices. And at that point I will add my homemade beef stock, which is optional, but that is a good thing to add more flavor to your rice if you have it. Then I'll continue stirring it, and after stirring it I'll follow up by adding a bit of water just at the level of the rice, and give it a stir, then follow by adding my beef meat fried earlier on. Give it a stir, and after stirring it I'm going to add more bay leaves, and this time I'm adding 3 bay leaves, and I'll basically cover it and let it cook until the water disappears. Okay guys, it's time to check the rice, and at this point my rice is almost cooked, so I'm going to give it a stir. Then after stirring I'll cover it, and at this stage there is no need of adding water. Basically you have to lower your fire and let it steam cooked until it's fully cooked. Alright friends and families, it's time to check our beef pilau, and it's not cooked. As you guys can see, it's looking yummy. So I'm going to leave it to rise for about 5 minutes before serving, and I will be serving this with some side salad. This is the part where you can also add more sweetness, like some raisins and banana if you wish. I'm simply serving this with onions and tomatoes salad. It's called kachumbari, and if you want to know how I make my kachumbari, just simply leave me a comment in the comment section below, and I will get that done for you. Also, I would like to tell you guys that all the recipe in this cooking would be listed in the description below. Alright friends and families, I hope you've liked today's video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to share my video with your friends and families. And if you are new to my channel, and if this is your first time watching my video, thank you so much for tuning up, and please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and also share my videos with your friends and families. Alright friends and families, until then I will catch up with you in my next video. Bye all.